So after my 100-mile week attempt, I've been missing for 4 weeks, so I thought I'd take you out on a run, we'll catch up and I'll let you know what's been happening. So I'm hoping by bringing the camera out and doing this catch up out on the run, it'll allow me to just run this run really easy so I can still talk and I'm not breathing too heavily down the mic. So 4 weeks since that 100-mile week attempt, and towards the end of that week, was having glute issues, wasn't sure if it was muscular or bone. Obviously I've had a stress fracture of the sacrum before, so I was a bit worried. So was trying some easy runs at the beginning of that week and then decided, no, this is pointless. Let's take the rest of the week off. Let's see if some massage and just some rest will help me, and whether it was bone or muscular, because that's the only way really to find out, other than get an MRI scan, which one is very expensive and two wouldn't have been possible in the current climate. So I took some rest, went for a run. My next run actually was pacing Lizzie at the 10k time trial, and absolutely no pain. Felt as good as new. Didn't feel fit, felt like something was up, but felt really good glute wise. So that was a huge positive. Oh, it was a massive, see that? Anyway, so that was a huge positive, and I thought then I was going to kick on the next week, but things just didn't feel right. Swap hands. So on the Monday, went for an easy run, didn't feel great, had a headache, and also my vision was funny. I felt like I'd lost vision. Tuesday, headache was still there, vision was still lost, and I started getting aching in my jaw. And then on the Wednesday, all these symptoms started to roll in. I'm not going to list them because there were just so many. I felt like I was just falling to bits. At this point I thought, maybe I've got coronavirus. Contacted my doctor. She told me to go and get tested at a drive-through, so I did that. And within 24 hours, it came back negative. So said I didn't have coronavirus. And my brother's a doctor as well, so I was speaking to him too. And the symptoms weren't really coronavirus symptoms. I just had so many symptoms that some of them were crossover symptoms. But I felt completely wiped. I spent most of the time in bed. I had a sore throat. But I think I had like a bad leg. It was just really weird. Anyway, I've realised this vlog is going to be pretty depressing, but I just want to keep it real, tell you exactly what happened. So I had a full week off and then was back to normal, felt good, felt fine. Tried a run, 30 minutes, felt awful. So, here we go again. Oh! Don't worry, I'm okay. Didn't realise I was going to be doing parkour. So yeah, felt fine. Went out for that 30-minute run and didn't feel good. Just didn't feel right. So I took another week off before trying my next run. That whole next week felt absolutely fine in myself. Just was a bit worried about running, didn't want to push too early. So my next run was 4 miles, 30 minutes, heart rate still really high, but felt okay. And then I carried on doing 4-mile runs until I started to feel more myself. Yesterday I did the 4-mile loop again. Again, it was really tough. In the middle, I tried to push the pace on to see how many gears I had, and I didn't have any. So I struggled to break 6:30 for any period of time when I pushed that hard before. I was sub 5 minute miling. So yeah, a lot of work to do. I think my body's still settling back down because it's hard to believe that I can have lost that much fitness that quickly. I've never seen anyone lose that much fitness in 3 weeks. So yeah, just gonna keep plugging away until it comes back. I'm keeping it at 30-minute runs, the 4-mile loop, until I feel a bit more normal. It was amazing how much fitness it looked like I'd lost. Heart rate was so high for a very, very easy pace a few weeks ago. But I kind of just accepted that. Was surprised for sure, but accepted that if I've lost fitness, I've lost fitness. I know how to gain it. Just be patient, disciplined, consistent, and it comes back. So then did 10 miles on the trails with Andy. That was like, that was the test. Like, can I come back? Can I start training properly again?
So it's Saturday morning and I'm back to the trails finally. Meeting Andy, we're gonna do a 9-mile loop. So it's a bit of a jump, should take about an hour. He said he's gonna take it easy on me and I hope he will. But yeah, I've got to jump up the volume at some point. I haven't felt fit, but I felt fine running for 30 minutes. So I'm going to try for an hour and see how it goes. Legs are a bit tired from yesterday after smashing the bike. I did a ride with Daryl. So we both rode together and we did 15 minutes warm up, 30 minutes hard, and then 15 minutes cool down. And then when I finished, Zwift was like, you have updated your FTP, which means very little to me because I'm not a cyclist, but I realise it's very similar to what your hardest hour effort could be. I think they just calculate that based on that ride. So that was up to 197 watts, which I realise isn't epic or anything, but I'm not a cyclist. I just don't have the power in my legs. It's something I could work on if I did ever want to try duathlon or something, but for now it's just something fun and some extra fitness. After that, we went and got Five Guys, and oh god, my stomach feels in bits this morning. It doesn't feel great. And Five Guys is so expensive. Oh my god. Ordering on the app or the menu or whatever online, and it was £5.25 for a milkshake. You what? Felt like I was on Pulp Fiction, just the ridiculous prices. £5 for a milkshake. And they offered to put bacon bits in it. So I did, because I thought if I'm paying £5 for a milkshake, I'm going to have to make it a milkshake to remember. So to make this stand out, I'll accept your offer of bacon bits. And I didn't really taste the bacon bits when I was eating this ridiculously sweet milkshake, but I got to the end and I tried to scoop the bacon bits into my mouth, and oh my god, it's the most disgusting thing. I couldn't get the flavour out of my mouth. It was just like eating bits of hard fat. It was vile. The burger was good, but it wasn't worth, I don't even want to say how much we paid for 3 meals. 50 quid. I said it, 50 quid for 3 meals. Anyway, enough complaining about my poor dinner choice. Just waiting for Andy now. I'm going to do some activation exercises. I've been doing these all week. I do them sometimes anyway, but now I'm trying to incorporate them a bit more often. So just going to activate everything, loosen up, ready to go when he gets here at 8. One thing I'd normally do is glute bridges, but it's a really like stony, rough ground here. So what I might do is buy an extra yoga mat and keep it in my car, so I can always do bridges for a run if I've driven to a run. I know some people keep stuff in their car. My other car was full of stuff, but we've got a new family vehicle now with a bunch of seats to get the whole family in. No more ragging it around in the Polo. So I need to fill it with junk. Run done. Oh, went a bit further than I thought we were going to go. 70 minutes though, 10 miles-ish. And wasn't easy, but I think it's starting to come back. Without realising it, didn't look at my watch, I just tried to stick with Andy. Without realising it, we averaged less than 7 minutes per mile, just under 6:57 or something, which I've been nowhere near for my 30-minute runs. So to do that for 70 minutes is really good, really nice. So that's this week's long run. I've been doing 22 miles, but 10 is my long run this week. It's all relative. And hopefully I'm starting to blow off those cobwebs and slowly find my feet again. But really happy to do that. It makes it so much easier to have company. So thank you, Andy, really appreciate that. Getting me out on the trails again. Just love it. You just get to chat, talk, well, same thing. Just enjoy the scenery and just clip along with the company. Home now for breakfast. I'm thinking something eggy, maybe an omelette. Yeah, why not? And muddy. And that went really well. I was really happy with that run. It was so much easier doing it with someone out on the trails. Just loved it. So then, that was basically for me the all clear to go a bit harder, go back to sessions, took the Sunday off, and then we're now up to last week, where I got a bit carried away, I'm not going to lie. So Tuesday, I did like a taster session. It was 3 miles threshold basically, done by heart rate, and it averaged at 5:41, which considering I was doing threshold work at like 5:10 before, 5:10 to 5:15, it's a big difference, but that's fine. First session back, accept it. So on the Thursday, I'd entered a race, like a socially distant time trial race, on the trails, off-road, really small field, really well organised actually. And I thought, you know what, I'm still going to do it, I'm just going to give it a go. Oh, I have to go slow, it's really quite steep here. So I turned up, decided to blow the cobwebs off. Haven't raced in months and I absolutely loved it. It was so fun just pushing myself. It was the perfect race back to blow the cobwebs off. Time didn't matter, competitors didn't matter, you didn't know where you were in the race. You just run hard. Came second, I think I lost to first by about 4 seconds. Or was it 6? I can't remember now. My competitive nature's like, could have easily found those 6 seconds out there somewhere. But it really didn't matter. I loved it. On the Saturday, I'd promised Andy I'd help him with his half marathon time trial. And I thought, you know, I'm in shape. I can probably run one loop or one out and back as it is. 4 miles, and then I'll jump on the bike and pace him and support him for the rest. And I don't know if you've watched the time trial video yet. Spoiler alert, I just went for it. I just stuck with him until 8 or 9, and at that point I just couldn't leave him, so I don't know how I was able to do it, but we ran 75 minutes, and that was almost the same pace that I'd done 3 miles out on the Tuesday. So a big jump, but it was great to see that my body responded and was able to do it. I've taken you on the hilliest route. Whew. So basically, that sums it up.
I've initially had a glute issue, then got wiped out by an illness, and then had a really easy week trying to find my feet again with 30-minute runs, and then had a week where I didn't take any of my own advice and in effect did 3 hard sessions. Well, 1 taster session, a race, and almost like another race. The time trial was a big stress, but I took Sunday off, feel recovered, did a double yesterday, and I feel like I'm not back. I've got a lot of work to do, but I'm feeling really positive going forward. I've got a goal, which I'll tell you about in my next video, and I'm really excited to go after that goal. It's going to be a long road there, but I'm really motivated. I worked hard during lockdown, and I put in a really nice base, and now I'm going to try and find that fitness somewhere. Wherever it's gone, it's in there somewhere, I'm sure. Sharpen up a little bit, and I'm looking forward to any other races popping up. I should say, this isn't my goal, but I do have the Severn Bridge 10K at the end of August. That is, again, I think it's a time trial basis. Anyway, it's socially distanced, I know that. So I'm really looking forward to that. I've also got, we've entered a team yesterday, a relay, socially distant relay time trial thing, which sounds a lot of fun. So I'm really excited about that. So it's a team of 5, so watch out for that video. I can't wait. So yeah, races are starting to pop back up. I'm motivated to train, and hopefully you'll come along for the journey and see how I get from the shape I'm in now to whatever my goal is, which I will tell you about next week. One last thing I should say before I go and finish my run is I want this YouTube to be motivating, to help people get out the door and go after their own goals, to offer advice, tips, and to show you my journey and my training. But that does involve sometimes videos like this, where I'm just honest and say things haven't been going so well. I've been ill. I don't know if I would call it injured, but I had a niggle and things have taken a step back. That's okay. That's all right. As long as you frame it right and you see the positives, you see that you learned something and you're willing to go back to basics, be patient, disciplined, consistent, you can get back to where you were and beyond. So yeah, I hope you enjoy whatever training you're doing today, and I'm going to finish this really nice trail run in the sun. Like, subscribe, follow, check in for my goal in my next video.